Definitely. So, like you just talked about with the basketball thing, let's talk about you, because obviously we played together for a little bit, and growing up with basketball and everything. Tell us a little bit about your athletic journey with basketball and like growing up in Coatesville and how that has helped you with, obviously, like you said, with your networking and everything.
My basketball journey was it was something. I'm glad you brought it up because people don't really remember me for basketball.
I used to be a hooper. Yeah, I mean, I was high.
I remember. I definitely remember.
Yeah, I had hoop dreams. Like I wanted to go. You feel me? Unfortunately, when I got to ninth grade, I got diagnosed with something called Osgood-Schlatter's disease. I'm sure y'all might have heard that.
Patella.
Yeah. Mine was pretty bad.
Is it? No,
Patella.
Yes.
I got diagnosed with that after my first game. Coming into high school, I had like the coaches had like a plan for me. They had me playing JV my first few games. Well, they told me that they sat me down, told me, listen, we're going to have you on JV first. Well, I did try for JV and ninth grade to be fair to everybody else, but they told me they were going to have me play JV for a couple games, see how I do, how I adapt to high school speed and everything like that. If all goes well, I'll move up to varsity, see how that goes.
Yeah.
But then when I got diagnosed, everything kind of went downhill from there.
Yeah.
And my career was just like a
up and down.
Yeah, and it was very painful what I was dealing with my knees, but also like just the mental aspect of that as well.
Right.
And eventually, I want to say like my 10th grade year of basketball and sports and everything, it was just like, yeah, I don't know about this as much anymore. I started to lose love for the game, not only just because what I was dealing with, but the coaches didn't have faith in me either. My friends had my back and everything, but I needed that extra support from coaches to believe in me and like push me to get to that next level or push through the pain or whatever it was that I was dealing with. And I didn't have that. So when it came to my 11th grade year, I really thought about it. I made the team and everything, varsity, all that. And I was just like, nah, I can't do it, man. After the first game, had to talk with the coaches. Well, first my family, friends, then the coaches, just like, yeah, I think I'm going to step back. I'm going to do some physical therapy, do all I need to do some mental work, really. Do some that inside work, internal stuff, and come back from my senior year ready to come out and just have fun. Because at that point, I didn't really care about playing ball in college and stuff like that. But when it came to my senior year, I ended up getting cut from the ball team. I want to say it was a shock, but at the same time, like I lost love for the game by then, and I had a lot more to look forward to by then. And which is crazy. 2 weeks after that, I got offered to become a model. And it was a fashion designer by the name of Devin Milan. She was doing a collaboration event with Adidas, and she was friends with my sister actually. And she asked my sister if we wanted to be a part of it, me and my brother, and we was with it. And, ironically, I was only 17 at the time, and you had to be 18 or older, but she let me slide.
Why she let you slide? No.
No. Come on, man. No, I'm not kidding. All right, welcome back. Sorry.
Everything that comes with it.
Everything, so I'm sorry. Welcome back to our podcast, Everything That Comes With It. We're our co-hosts, Evan Eric Longino,
John Proctor here.
We have a good one for you guys today, actually a great one. We got Brandon Miles.
B Miles,
as he's also known as. As you can see, we already kind of jumped right into it, talked about a couple of things, but we're going to talk about a lot more things. So B Miles, we're excited to have you and kind of continue our discussion about your life, your story, some adversity that you've already explained that you've kind of come over, and now you have a great life and a continuously great life that you're kind of going into. So we're going to continue to get into it. So I guess we can start back off based off what you kind of just mentioned, talking about kind of your basketball journey in high school, and just continue to talk a little bit more about us, like what you're doing now, like you mentioned, the modeling. So I guess we can kind of start back just there, right? So talk a little bit more about this modeling career that you've kind of taken off with from high school. Just kind of continue more about that.
Go ahead.
What was your question?
What made y'all want to start this?
Good question. So it was actually like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, everyone was always talking about me, and I'll get selfish for a second. If you don't
Here we
mind.
go.
I'll get
Yeah,
selfish for a second. Everyone was telling me, like, Evan, you know what? You're a good talker. You know how to communicate. You should start a podcast. And I was like, yeah. I was still playing basketball and stuff. But then we were at the beach. I got to go to the beach a lot.
Okay. Which beach?
Avalon and Sea Isle.
I'm gonna be down there this weekend.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one?
Well, more so, Ocean City.
Yeah, it's all the same area. Yeah, it's like a 15, 17-minute Uber, so it's not far. But yeah, we shooting.
Yeah, it's
okay. But no. So we were all at the shore. It was me, you, my brother, and his teammates. So this was when he was a freshman, and they were we were all hanging out at a breakfast spot. It was called, what was it called? It was like the Flapjack place. Pancake House.
Yeah, Pancake
Uncle
House.
Bill. Called Uncle Bill's Pancake House.
How was it?
And we're all hanging out, and this is when my brother was a freshman at Villanova, so he had a little bit of that Villanova notoriety, like that kind of stuff. And
I feel like Nova be down there a lot.
Yeah, a couple of them here and there, like when they're in between like summer sessions and stuff like that. Definitely be hanging out, having a good time, responsible and safe fun, but obviously you got to keep the image, the optics, as they say.
As some would
say. But nonetheless, having said all of that, we were hanging out after we left the Pancake House, Uncle Bill's. There was like these fans, like kind of supporters,
yes,
fans following them around. Oh, fanatics. Or is that not?
I wouldn't say that.
Okay, supporters of Villanova.
Thank you.
They were they were following around, like you know how you hear those whispers, like, oh wait, he plays at Villanova, and so like we watched them kind of like walk up ahead of like me and Proc. So they were kind of walking up, and mind you, they had to go to practice the next day. So
at Nova,
and so I was like, okay, like they're not really focused on basketball right now. Like they're liking to see, like they like this environment, like they like. People coming up to them, supporting them, that fanfare. And I was like, wait, they like everything that comes with the basketball. So I was like, they like everything that comes with that lifestyle, the social, the notoriety, off court stuff, not just the on court, right?
Yeah.
So that's when I developed the thought process of like, okay, wait, it's really about everything that comes with it and the life that you earned from what you did to get there. If that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so that's kind of what started everything that comes with it.
Right.
So that's kind of how we started. So
that's definitely.
And I hope that's kind of what it means to you as well.
Yeah, as I expressed to you, and then when I hit you up, I was like, yeah, this is what we wanted to do and speak about. So that's definitely what you put it in space. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Think about that, like building up from. However you started your story, everyone has a story. So how you started your story, your journey to get to where you are today, like what are some things that, I guess we'll start here. What, like some things that you know now that you wish you knew when you started?
I would say networking skills. Definitely networking skills. Utilizing my personality to network. I was very introverted growing up. And luckily, through the game of basketball, my personality came out more. I was more vocal on the court than I was off the court.
Right.
And people got to see my personality more on the court. So as I started to get better and people started to recognize me from basketball, it was just like my personality came out more and more. And now I have a nice balance of introvert and extrovert now. So
Absolutely. That's a good point. And what are some, outside of, like you just mentioned, understand that everything's going to be okay, not worried about and thinking about too far in the future, right? Like as you mentioned, what are some skills that you wish that you, and I'm talking about just skills that you wish you learned earlier, that you would like earlier in your life that are kind of important to your life now?
Ooh, that's a good question. Something that I wish I knew earlier was, just having faith in God that everything's going to be good.
Yep.
Because there's been times throughout my life where, I'm sure everybody deals with it, where you don't know what tomorrow looks like and you're worried about tomorrow rather than just being present and knowing that God's going to carry you through.
Yeah.
And that's been very important for me, I'll say, throughout, mainly since after college.
Okay.
Something that I really picked up and adapted to my life.
How about that?
Yeah, so when I first got introduced to modeling, it was more so like runway stuff, and it was like smaller scale. I did drive a big name with Adidas,
Huge thing.
Huge thing. It was a collaboration event, but from there, it was kind of like after those few shows that we did, honestly, I thought it was just going to be one show. Yeah. But the show turned out to go so well. It was also Kicks USA, which is now Snipes now.
Yeah.
Kicks USA, Adidas, and then Devin Milan. Them three were collabing on the show. It was going to be one show, ended up being a small tour. Went to New York. We did the KLP Mall and Philly. We did Philly like twice or 3 times, I believe. But I thought it was just going to be a one-time thing. Yeah. But I ended up being pretty good at it. Okay. And she recognized that, and she like started to like encourage me with it and stuff like that. But,
And so what does that mean in terms of, I'm no model. Yeah.
Wow. You can do it though. Like.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm sorry. What is so fun all the time?
Get to the question.
Okay.
Please.
I was about to, but he started.
Hey.
Okay. Like I said,
background laughter.
Right. I'm no model. Thank you for agreeing. Well, I didn't even say I could do it, but thank you for saying that I could do it. So what does it mean when you say like I was good at it? Like what are the attributes or the skills that are involved with being a model? Like how did someone seek you out and say, okay, you know what, I think he has potential and to do this with us?
Mm-hmm. I'll say the main thing when it comes to modeling is confidence. Okay. And that goes for, you can be a model and you don't have to be on the runway. You don't have to be on a billboard. You could be modeling right now.
Right.
Right? You're a walking billboard wherever you go. You feel me?
Right.
So clothes are dead until you put them on. You give the clothes life. So that's how you got to carry it. You feel me? So yeah, that's kind of, confidence is the main thing. Okay. Once you have confidence, you good. Okay. Like you don't gotta be super handsome or you don't gotta be pretty, all type of that. Like, okay. Like, as long as you got confidence, you're pretty much good. Okay. But the looks help for the most part.
I would guess that. So like for somebody who would want to go into modeling and didn't have like the networking that you have, what would be some advice that you would give them to like, get into the world of modeling?
I would say utilize social media. I mean, find inspiration and bounce off of that. Put your own twist to it, but still stay within the guidelines of what the industry is looking for. Mm-hmm. And don't be so tied down to that. You don't have to be, the industry is not what it used to be. You don't all have to be 6 foot, skinny, slim, no body fat type time. Right. Like, but utilize social media. Like, I think people that are content creators and Instagram models, some of them are making more than professional models. Some even making more than supermodels. Well, that might be debatable, but
still, I know what you're saying though. Because I mean, we talk about it all the time in terms of like getting, even like the show we're having now, like trying to get exposure, market yourself, put yourself out there. Mm-hmm. Like it's a difficult task to do, but the payoff because of understanding if you get viewers and people following your page and watching your videos, your posts. That creates, income for yourself, and you know what I'm saying. So that's actually a really good point. Yeah, for really good point.
Good point. And that confidence carries. Like, there's a lot of agents and managers and stuff that will find you on the street. You could be walking down the street, and if you're carrying yourself with that confidence, somebody might stop you and be like, "Do you model?" And that's how a whole career could start just from that question.
Yeah. And so up until so you've been modeling since you've been in high school.
Yeah, but professionally since I would say like sophomore year of college. Okay. Yeah, gotcha. It's been 5 years now. Okay. Within the past, literally like a couple weeks ago, I've been modeling for 5 years professionally.
Wow, that's awesome, man! 5-year anniversary. Congratulations.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Good. Snaps. We're getting there.
We'll go there. And so. You mentioned 2 years into college, so you did go to college. Mm-hmm. So talk to us a little bit about that. Where'd you go to school? What'd you study for undergrad? If you went to grad school, kind of talk to us a little bit about that journey too. I mean, since you just mentioned you went to college as well.
For sure. When it came to college, like coming out of high school, I knew I had to go to college, but like I could have went to school. I don't want to say anywhere, but like I had pretty good grades and everything like that, but I really wasn't feeling college. By then I had like a good momentum with modeling and everything, so I'm just like, okay, I might have a career here. Right. But it was just like, dang, how do I take it to the next level? Right. But I still had to go to school. So
why do you say that? Like, why did you feel like you had to go to school?
I come from an education household. My mom is a elementary school principal. She has her doctorate. My dad is
doctorate. Wow.
Yeah, my dad is a college professor. He has his doctorate.
Wow.
Both of my siblings have at least a master's degree, and they're both going after their doctorate.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not like
in the house.
Yeah, you had no choice.
They put the pressure on me, but yeah, you're going to college.
Okay. I got you.
But yeah, I really wasn't feeling college like that. I didn't know what to go for. My hoop dreams was over at that point. And I'm just like, dang, like there's so much I could do, and I didn't want to put myself in a box, but I had to choose a major.
Right.
And while I'm trying to figure out how to take modeling to the next level and everything, I'm just like, okay, well, while I'm figuring all this out, I might as well stay home and everything. Right. So I chose Westchester. Westchester's only 20, 25 minutes down the road.
Go Rams.
Yeah, go Rams up.
Rams up. Rams up.
Yeah,
I went to Westchester with T. Just keep going. Keep going.
Year of college, that was a hard time, honestly. Like just figuring everything out. I don't want to say I was going through an identity crisis, but like I said, I didn't know which direction to go into. I knew I wanted to be something. I know I could be something, and I felt like college was kind of holding me back from that thing. And really, what it was doing was allow me to be patient and allow God to work in me throughout that time, and it was teaching me patience and grace, giving myself grace. And throughout that freshman year of college, I was, hustling, really like trying to make it to the next level of modeling. I was reaching out to different models that are professional, asking them for advice. And, they gave me really good advice. Years to come, I ended up working with the people that gave me advice on stuff. So it was like a full circle moment. And I'll say advice to any models or actors and anybody that's out there is try to network. Try your best to get advice. Don't be scared to reach out for help that from people that are already doing it. Get that wisdom,
Right. Absolutely.
So what was your major?
I was a marketing major. I ended up choosing marketing. It was something that was kind of like you could be creative with it, and it's still kind of fun in terms of the business world.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I was always business minded as a young kid, and I thought I could apply this to my life. So
you're marketing, right?
I am marketing.
Okay.
Marketing and business.
Yeah.
Minor
Smart dude, man. I'm not gonna lie. Allow me.
I'm sure.
Yeah, no. So before marketing, he actually was he was pre-med. Yeah, so he was pre-med, started at Kutztown, pre-med, and then I think you were kind of talking. Well, you could speak about it. I don't need to speak for you, but speak about that a little bit.
I did pre-med for 2 years at Kutztown. It's not my interview, just saying that. But I did pre-med for 2 years. I did pre-med for 2 years at Kutztown, went to Immaculata. The difference is I feel like Immaculata is a lot more concentrated. So, like, the classes, like, I'd have a lab at Kutztown and be, like, 15, 16 people. Like, the grading is a little less, But at Immaculata, it's a lot more concentrated. So I got into Orgo Chem, and I decided this really was not what I needed to do. So I had switched my major, and here I am, basically. So
How about you, though?
Okay. So what is so funny?
Go ahead.
So Westchester started undergrad in finance, and then I finished my undergrad degree in finance at Kutztown, and then I'm still on the same track with their parents. So I got my MBA at Kutztown, and then hopefully I'll get my doctorate in business, hopefully continue that kind of track.
Dope, man. Go for it.
Yeah, no, I'm excited about it. Something that was influenced by my parents because they're very academically driven. My dad has his doctorate, has 2 grad degrees as well. So, just they're always very interested in learning. And so I kind of was influenced by that. Very similar to you. I did not really know what I really wanted to do going to college. I was playing basketball.
Right.
But I knew I had some interest in like math and science in high school. So my parents kind of supported me and influenced me to go into finance and kind of take on that challenge. So that's kind of what I did.
That's good stuff, man.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Congrats and good luck.
Oh, appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Just continuous learner, avid learner, things like that.
As we all should be.
As we all should be.
It don't gotta be in the classroom.
It doesn't have to be.
It definitely doesn't.
So Michael, I have one question just about because like you mentioned how your family is very you said academically driven was the terminology you used. How do you take kind of the advice and the support from your parents on that end of things, and kind of taking kind of what you want to do with your life. How do you take that advice and what they've kind of told you and implement that into the world that you're kind of in now when it comes to modeling? You just mentioned acting, so I want to kind of ask more about that too. But how do you implement those things into your life now, even though it might be slightly different, or maybe it might be the same to you, but just curious about that?
Yeah, it is very different in terms of the academic world and the industry that I'm in. But there is a lot of different things that you can apply just by people watching and being a fly on the wall sometimes, and being slow to speak and just quick to listen, just being an open ear to take in everything that's going on around me, whether I'm on set for something or whatever it is, anything that I could utilize and utilize to help me grow or whatever it is. I'm always a learner, like you said, and I'm always looking to grow. So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, like you said, you referenced the acting and everything. I saw that you were in might have been a few years back. I don't know how long ago it was, but I saw that you were in a play. Was that in Lancaster? Were you doing in a play in Lancaster?
Oh no, that was for Sight and Sound Theater.
Okay.
That is a play, but I was just a part of the marketing.
Okay.
That was for the play of David.
Okay.
And I was basically just on all their marketing stuff.
Okay.
Which was pretty cool. No lot, bro. I went to the actual show,
right.
And they had like a merchandise area where they had all the mugs, and they had where the snow globes. They had all bunch of stuff, and it's just pictures of me on it.
Oh wow! Were you in the snow globe?
Yeah, like they had like a picture of me in the snow globe, so that was really dope.
So you had like all the frost and snow.
So wait, why did they have the picture of you then? I'm confused.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah,
that's what I want to get to.
It was David. It was just on the show David, and I don't know if at the time if they had the actual character for David, they just wanted like somebody to stand in and be the model as David. And my face wasn't even in it. It was a picture of like my back. And when I like auditioned for it, well, it wasn't really much of an audition, but I had to send a picture of like my back, like no shirt on. But they had me like wearing the whole like Jesus fit, had the sandals on, the Jesus 12s, all that. Had like a harp on my back, and I had a wig on.
It was cool though.
Yeah, the Jesus 12. No, he knows ball. He knows ball. Thank you.
Real dope opportunity. They had me on a billboard and everything. That was real dope. I mean, nobody knew it was me, but
I thought it was you. That's why I was.
You knew who it was from his back.
I mean, he said he was involved. Like he was saying he was involved.
Okay.
Come on, man.
No, that's what I thought you said. No, I'm sorry.
On, man.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I thought that's what you meant because I mentioned the snow globe. All right. Okay. So back to the acting part.
Yeah.
What can you go into a little bit more about the acting opportunities that you kind of had an experience to do that you kind of mentioned?
Yeah.
So I've been truly blessed when it comes to acting. Acting too was something that I never intended on doing, like modeling. But just how I transitioned from basketball to modeling, it's been the same from modeling to acting. And thanks to my manager. I have a manager by the name of Daryl Washington. He's the one who put that acting bug in my ear.
Okay.
Just to give acting a try, he sent me a monologue. I sent it back, acting it out without any training or anything, and it was really good, apparently.
Okay.
He sent this to some casting directors and people that he's friends with in the industry. They thought it was really good. Then from there, it's been up, honestly. So I've worked with Pepsi numerous times. I recently did a Wawa commercial. I did something for Dunkin' Donuts. Every time I get asked this question, I always like forget. It's like Powerade.
I mean, but those are some big names.
Yeah, I mean, huge, like huge.
Yeah,
huge.
naming it so like
just out of nowhere, like Dunkin', Double Wawa.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh well, forgot Pepsi. My bad. Like, okay. Oh yeah. I just strolled over to Powerade. Like okay. I was with Shaq back then when he was at Powerade.
Nah, it's funny you say that.
See, that's what I'm saying. Thank you. Don't leave me hanging.
A few months back, they did like something for like an award ceremony submission, and it was like for one of their commercials with Shaq, and I was like basically doing a voiceover for like one of the commercials that they did with Shaq, and it was just real dope, just to like.
Okay, so you do voiceovers as well?
Yeah, voiceover's been my main thing for the past year.
Okay.
Really?
So what's that? So what is it? So what's that mean in terms of? That's like you record Okay.
Yep. So I record. They either have me come out to New York and I record in the studio. But the last few times that I booked something, it's been recorded from my house.
Okay.
I did a Cash App campaign from my house, which was crazy, and that was like my biggest job yet.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah. That's dope, man.
Very dope.
I actually, so I was born in Sacramento, California.
Oh, where?
I was born there. Was there for like 5 years. So this was a long time ago. You could ask my mom about this. No lie.
I will.
So I was a Huggies model.
For real?
Diapers.
Like, okay.
Yeah, I was.
Why did I know this?
We're in the we don't talk about
I never
all we talk
a Huggies
we talk about is ball and nonsense.
Right.
Does your mom got the commercial still?
She can get it.
Nah, roll the clip.
So I call her right now.
I need her.
Throw an episode.
I'll
But you have to believe.
sure.
You have to believe it. Oh, my face. You know my face. I always said chubby cheeks, things like that.
Yeah.
Don't agree so fast. I have chubby cheeks. Don't do that. You're so rude all the time. But no. So I was in a Huggies commercial. I think I just did one or two. I think I got out the game really fast. But no, but I'm being serious. So I did that when I was there. So not to say, we're on the same boat with that. Never saying that. But thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. What's that saying? It's like I dipped my feet.
Dip your toe in?
Dip my toe in. Yeah,
Right.
dip my toe in.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
Voice act. You know what? So I saw, you ever seen Inside Out? Like one or two?
I didn't see the second one yet.
Okay. So I'm an AMC Stubbs member. So I go to like movie once or twice a week.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so I go to a lot of movies.
I might
So,
have to get that.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's like $26 a month. You can see up to 3 movies. No, we're not sponsored, by the way, but you can see up to 3 movies a week. But like one movie's like for one ticket, it's like
it's like $15.
Yeah, it's like $15 for one ticket for like one movie. So it's a steal.
Yeah, I'm at
Really cool.
AMC, hey, get on that.
Please sponsor. I don't know. I digress. But as I was saying, I saw Inside Out 2, and the voice actor for like all the personalities. I forget her name. She's also in The Bear.
Ayo.
Ayo, yes,
Mhm.
Ayo. Oh, she's so talented with that stuff. I saw like a brief like 5-minute video on Twitter, X, on like her voice acting, and that's really cool. Now, can you do that kind of stuff, like change your voice and
a little bit? Usually, what I do is I keep it within my range of talking.
Okay.
I don't go like super cartoony or anything. I mean, I could, but like I haven't gotten to that point yet.
Okay.
I haven't gotten that training or anything, but
Gotcha.
maybe in the future.
Okay. Real cool.
That sounds cool. So, just wanted to ask, like, what's your schedule look like moving forward? Like, what are some future things that you are looking to do as you're moving forward in your career with modeling and acting and voiceover and things of that nature?
And I want to take it to the top as far as I can. I do have plans on moving into the other markets. Right now, I'm primarily New York. But hopefully I'll move into that LA market, Atlanta market, all the markets soon. Just to get my talent out there. I want to get on the TV and film set soon. Okay. I've been on a movie set before, and that was a really great experience. So I'm just looking forward to that again, and hopefully I can make my way to the Oscars and to the Emmys, all of that, man. Okay. I wanna really make the most of it.
Okay. So what I'm trying to do right now is try to figure out what show or movie I could see him in.
Okay, so, I would like to hear that.
Okay. Well, I want to ask you a question first to try to give you more of a feel.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, feel.
I like the emphasis on the feel. Say it again.
No. But I wanted to. So, what movie or type of movie genre or like what show like could you see yourself working with or working on? Or you can even just kind of mention some movies or shows that you've enjoyed kind of growing up. Kind of get into a little bit more about that.
Yeah. So when I was younger, I always thought it was cool, like to have a black Spider-Man. Spider-Man was one of my favorite superheroes. Okay. And then they had the Spider-Verse movie come out.
Yeah. Now they got Black Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Brandon Miles. I just felt like there was something going on there. So I thought that would be cool to be like the Black Spider-Man, but now I'm kind of like older. I look older, so now I don't know if that's possible to be Miles Morales. But that was something that I was like yo, maybe I could do that, and that would be like a dream role. Marvel would be dope. I'm down for like rom-coms. I'm down for like romance movies, like a Love Jones classic black romance type thing. Anything drama, comedy. I'm down for a lot. I probably won't really do horror too much.
That's scary.
That's not
I just don't see that. Right. I don't see that.
But anything in those areas,
unless it's like one of those
funny, scary movies.
I was even to take it a different route. I was gonna say like he was like it was like a romantic thing, but then it turned bad, and he ends up like kind of stalking the
That
ex-wife.
sounds like a J-Lo movie. I think we'll leave that alone. But back to the Miles
Morales. Being a stalker?
No, it's just like you play that role. Now, hear me out. Like that role where like you seem. Oh, yeah, let me land the plane. Yeah. Like you seem like okay. No, this is a great. And I'm talking. This is fiction. I'm not saying this is like.
This is on camera.
This is not nonfiction. I think you could be like, oh, like okay, he's this great guy. Like okay, she fell for him, but then out of nowhere, like boom, like right, like he becomes possessive. Again, this is fiction. He becomes possessive, and then all of a sudden she wakes up. He's in her, in her bedroom, about to kill her or something. I don't know.
Oh no, like I'm invisible.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know what I'd call that, but. Damn, am I a director? Like, am I a director?
No, that's an idea. Hopefully nobody steals it.
Yeah. You might have to take that out.
Yeah.
Might have to take that out. Where were we?
We've been all over the place, but we were talking about his future. Like, also, what movie that we think we'd see him in?
Yes. Let's start listing some names here about movies.
When it comes to movies, I like all types of movies, but right now, I've really been into the A24 movies. I'm not sure if y'all familiar with A24. No. A24 is a production company, and I feel like lately they've been taking over Hollywood in this sense.
Really?
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure if you guys heard of the movie Everywhere All at Once. Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's like an Asian movie, but it's crazy. They won a lot of Oscars.
I think I've heard of it before, but I haven't watched it.
I never heard it. You said it's Asian, but is it in English?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, it's in English. It's a funny movie. It's very different. I'm trying to think of some more A24 movies. If you guys know Euphoria is an A24 TV show. Okay. A24 they just have a different type of feel to their movies and TV shows. Okay. They're not typical like industry type movies that you'll see when you go to the movies. You're always like expected to leave feeling different when you go to the theater. Cool. Something different than the regular, typical industry movie.
Okay, for sure. Okay. Gotcha.
The colors, aesthetic, vibe, all that. It's dope.
Okay. Like the passion you're talking with, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Okay.
It's actually really quick. I actually they had an event in New York, I want to say 2 weeks ago now. I went to an event. They had an event with Netflix. Rashida Jones was hosting. They recently did a show with Rashida Jones, and they invited me out to one of their events. And there was it was a great networking event. Met a lot of really cool people that I never thought I'd be meeting. And I happened to bring one of my homies, Avery Young.
Oh, really?
I brought him with me,
nice.
And he had a great time as well. And I was getting me and Avery some water, and I turned around, and I'm looking at Ave, and this guy's dapping up Joey Badass.
Really?
And I'm like, hold on. So I turn around back to make sure, see if we got our drinks yet. I turn around, I'm looking at Avery, I'm like, because we grew up listening to Joey. Yeah. And like we kind of built our friendship on like sports, music, and Joey was in that rotation. So when we was there, like, we were like, yo, I gotta talk to Joey, bro. I gotta talk to him. Because Joey, he's not only a rapper, he's an actor as well.
He was in Power. Power book, the one with like about when he was younger.
Oh, yeah. Kane.
Yeah, Kane. Yeah, he's in Kane. Power book Kane.
Yeah,
he actually won an Oscar too for a short film.
Okay.
So I'm just like, yo, I gotta talk to him. Ended up talking to him. I was talking to him and his manager, and I got connected with his manager. Me and his manager's locked in, and she actually encouraged me to join his mentoring program. That I would actually recommend you guys joining. It's just an opportunity They have a list of different mentors that are working in the industry. Joey's one. There's actors, there's athletes, there's music producers, all different types of people that you can connect with, get advice with from any type of industry. And a lot of these people are known names, like at the top of their game for what it is.
Wow.
The mentoring program is called Impact Mentorship.
Okay.
So I highly recommend it.
Okay.
Deadline September 30th. And I'm not plugging anything, and this ain't sponsored, but I do want to look out though.
No, absolutely.
Just, I'll hopefully after this get your information. I'd love to learn more about that. My sister, so she lives in LA right now. Okay. She lives in it's what's actually Culver City, which is like right next to LA.
Heard of it.
Yeah, it's right next to a really nice city out like right by LA. She works for Apple out there. But like when really cool. But she's been to different events and she's kind of expressed to me how she's met some really cool like actresses and actors. I think she met John Legend out of nowhere. Just at like, and she was saying that it was like a real cool like barbecue. It wasn't at like a chill, right. Like, it was a chill vibe, maybe like 35, 40 people max. Like it wasn't like a big cameras everywhere. Like they were having a real like intricate conversation. Like she was like, that's kind of how it is. Like in these kind of spaces, like everyone's real like, you know. They have confidence and everything, but they're very humble and really, they enjoy talking to young people and kind of mentoring them. That's really cool though. That's really cool.
Yeah,
Joey badass.
That's dope.
That's cool. Dope. That's cool.
I mean, I'll go. Can I go?
I'll allow it.
Don't.
We're keeping that in too.
No, we're not. That's getting edited out. So, what are some of your hobbies that you have on your day to day?
Day to day, I'm typically in the gym. I try to get in the gym 5 to 6 times a week. But lately I've been pretty busy in terms of acting, running back and forth from New York. So I haven't been as consistent as I'd like to. But I'm in the gym. Outside of that, I'm at home trying to make a meal prep or whatever. I might try to study different actors. I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of interviews, things like that, and really looking to grow. Might have acting class, one-on-one coaching with my acting coach, things like that. But right now, I say my life is real chill. It's not like I'm like running around too much or anything like that. I'll say, life is chill, but life is still good. I'm in a good place. You know?
Absolutely. And so, do you anticipate yourself staying? Or do you still live around the Coatesville area?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Still in the Coatesville area, and I know you mentioned high school. Did you go to Coatesville? Coatesville. Yep. Okay, so you went to Coatesville. Okay, so do you anticipate yourself staying out here for a while, or do you anticipate yourself moving elsewhere, like New York, or like you mentioned Atlanta, the different spaces, LA? Like, what are you thinking?
I'm trying to figure that out now. I mean, I'll say probably within like a year to a year and a half, I might be out of here. Depending on where I'm booked at the most. I might even be a nomad for a little bit and be bouncing around New York, LA, Atlanta. Hopefully, I'm booked and busy to that point. But out of all those different experiences that I have, wherever I feel most comfortable, I'll probably end up being at. But yeah, I mean, Coatesville is always home. You feel me? Like, I'll always be here. As long as my parents don't change my room while I'm gone, I'll be back. You feel me? So yeah.
And how would you say the city of Coatesville and your family environment, how has those things kind of shaped you into kind of who you are today, and helped you kind of grow into the opportunities and take advantage of the opportunities you have now? Talk to us a little bit about that, in terms of Coatesville, your family, things like that.
They say it takes a village to raise a child. So, of course, my parents had a huge influence on my raising and everything like that. But, Coatesville is not always the greatest place, but I met a lot of great people here, and I never had any type of bad feelings for Coatesville. Coatesville gets a lot of hate and everything, but this is a great city. You feel me? I'm sure you know that. Like, there's a lot of love here, and I got nothing but love for it. From all the people, the pride that we have for this city, for the city sports and just everything. Like, I love Coatesville. I don't have no bad blood towards it at all, and I'll never have it. I'll be rooting for Coatesville on the mountaintops. You feel me? Just like Rip did. repped Coatesville everywhere he went,
Definitely
and I plan on doing the same thing. But yeah, Coatesville definitely helped shape me into who I am. I'll say, especially throughout high school, just mingling with everybody that I graduated with, and just getting along with everybody. I remember going to Westchester, and a lot of people that went to different prep schools, private schools, and even public schools, they hated high school. But everybody that went to Coastal said they loved it. Like, high school was fun. It was cool.
Yeah.
Like, it was great. So
it was a good time.
So yeah, Coastal honestly is, you know what I'm saying, it's home. I wouldn't say I'll be here forever, but if I do get to the point where I'm financially well, I wouldn't mind having a place out here. For if I'm visiting family and want to crash somewhere, I mean, I could probably stay with parents or whatever, but my own place would be nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, so while we're on the topic of Coatesville, what are some things that you think would help our city? Like, because, you know, like you said, it's not always looked at in the same positive light. What are some things that you think that could help our image, I would say, from the outside looking in? Yeah.
I mean, I say it all starts at home. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these kids really need mentors. They need father figures, which brings me to the point of my dad's mentoring program. My dad has a mentoring program called the Dream Big program, where he takes a group of young boys and he takes them out to experience different things that they typically won't experience, like things like horseback riding. They might go to Major League Baseball games or minor league baseball games, sporting events, things like that, Hershey Park, just to get them out, have fun, and be around great-minded people, great-minded men, and just try to teach them things that they might not be learning at home, you know. But yeah, we really need to invest in our youth. My brother works for the city, so he tells me a lot of different things that's going on, things that they plan on doing, and honestly, I think Coatesville is on its way to better. Honestly, and I'm excited for it. We might not see it 3 to 5 months from now, but in due time, you know, Rome didn't take a day to get built. So
that's a fact. It did not take a day.
To seeing Coatesville at the top, hopefully no type of gentrification happens where we're pushing people out or anything like that. But yeah, I do want to see Coatesville win in all aspects. All aspects.
Okay. Okay, I mean, we're almost at the end here. Let's get into a little bit some
Almost at the end already?
We're getting there. We're gonna have a little bit some lighter questions now. We just want to keep it light. So let's just talk about what are some of your favorite foods? Like, what do you like to eat? I know you mentioned meal prep. Like, let's talk about the meal prep stuff first, and then talk about, like, okay, what are some of your vices? Like, what do you like from, like, kind of like a sweet treat, or you know, treat yourself, you know, something like that.
Favorite food is wings. Like I said, I do meal prep here and there, but I'm not like strict on it. My homie Alex is a professional bodybuilder. And he kind of helped me out with a workout plan and like a nutrition plan as well. So he kind of put me on the meal prep life and everything, and I thought it was easy, and I liked it. So I was eating broccoli, rice, chicken, potatoes, you know, typical boring, bland meals, but I try to mix it up here and there. But I'm a late night snacker. You can never go wrong with peanut butter sandwich and a little glass of milk.
Nothing wrong with
that was like my go-to. I love frozen mangoes. That's another like late night snack. That's my favorite late night snack. Frozen mangoes.
Frozen mangoes. It's a new one.
Yeah, for real.
You never had frozen mango?
I know, but I never heard somebody say their favorite late night snack was a frozen mango.
Yeah, frozen mango.
I guess that is unique for a late night snack for sure.
Definitely. So what is like a typical Saturday night look like for B Miles?
Typical Saturday night, if I'm not doing anything and if my homies are free, I like to hang out with my homies. We're typically guys that chill in the house. We're pretty reserved guys. We can go out here and there, but the same type of fun we might have going out, we'll probably have a better time inside together, either watching sports or listening to music and just chilling, playing a game. I'm not a gamer, but they'll be playing the game or whatever. And we'll just vibe, you know what I'm saying? We're very chill guys, and yeah, I might chill with the family. We might watch a movie or something like that. But yeah, I don't really have a crazy lifestyle right now, I'll say at least.
I got you.
But yeah, very chill, laid back. All right. Okay.
Saturdays.
Cool. Might go out here and there, but
You gotta go sometime. Sure.
Not all the time.
What are you trying to say?
I'm just saying, sometimes you sprinkle it in. Sounds like a healthy lifestyle.
It does sound healthy.
It sounds healthy. Sounds healthy.
Why are you looking at me? I slowed down my lifestyles. I don't know why you're looking at me.
About you. But so who was your favorite hooper growing up besides Rip?
Oh.
okay. I loved Kobe, of course. MJ. Nothing against LeBron. I love LeBron too, but MJ and Kobe, they were like a big influence. But when I was hooping, I watched a lot of D Rose. D Rose was my guy. I tried to implement my game after him. But yeah, how about y'all? Who's y'all favorite hoopers?
Growing up, I just watched the Pistons all the time. So I was a crazy Piston head.
Yeah, I mean, I see the shoe.
Yeah, man, crazy. So I was, besides Rip, it was mostly Chauncey Billups.
Okay.
I love, like I said,
Chauncey?
Yeah.
One of the Rip cities?
Yeah. He's cool dude, very cool dude, laid back. But yeah, it was always Chauncey Billups, Big Shot Billups. That was my guy. He's still my favorite point guard to this day. I say that a lot.
You mentioned it.
I use it a lot, but yeah, Big Shot Billups for sure.
Yeah, I haven't heard nobody ever say Chauncey.
Yeah, gotta keep
the
it
only
unique.
one. He's the only one.
Gotta stay unique, man. I enjoy everything that comes with it.
Absolutely. My favorite player, for sure, was Carmelo Anthony growing up.
Okay.
Yeah, Carmelo. I loved the way he just was just a scorer. That's kind of how I grew up. Kind of learning the game. Was my dad was really big on just teaching me how to score in a lot of different ways, like from the 3-point, from the post. Well, actually, I started in the post because I was always taller. But then I go from the post, like the mid range, and then the 3-ball, and then shooting from way far back. So just being able to score in multiple different ways was always something that was interesting to me. So Carmelo was the first one, and then talking about and learning about like James Harden and watching his game and things like that. But Carmelo was the first one. He's my first favorite player for sure.
Word. So how was you on defense?
Defense, no. See, the thing is, defensively, you would think, like people always say, "Oh no, Ev can't defend," but one-on-one defense, if it's just on ball, very solid, underratedly solid on ball. It's really just off ball,
ball watching,
ball watch.
Okay.
Yes, but on ball, you would be shocked at the how I can move on ball, which is that's a pretty straight up answer.
Yeah, that's fair. You are surprisingly quick.
Right.
Right. What's a question that you think you wish people would ask you more?
Oh, that's a good question as well. I want to say how are you, and them actually asking and actually mean it, so I don't have to say good, so I have to go in detail and me be like good, and then tell you about my day, tell you about what life's going on if they care to listen. But them actually being genuine about the how are you, like how are you really doing,
Right.
But yeah, I would say that for sure. I'm sure there's probably a better question that I would like to be asked, but I can't think off top.
I know what you mean. No, that's true. I feel like as we get older, people that might not necessarily be like your best friend or your closest circle, I feel like you get, and this is a general statement, I feel like people can get like more disingenuous as you age because like everyone's kind of worried about their own thing.
Yeah, right.
So when they ask you like how are you, if I ask you how you were and you start talking, I feel like most people they'll ask you, but okay, they're kind of already back in their own mind thinking about themselves, or they're waiting to hear something that you say that then
they can respond.
Yeah, they can respond. Oh, like this is something about me. You know what I'm saying? Then I ask you to then ask you a follow-up question about yourself. I feel like that's unique.
Or they ask for a favor or something.
Right. Like, oh wait, you do this or you know this? Like, how did you do that? Or like, how could you help me?
It's funny how you can always tell when they're doing that, though. You can pounce on it right away. It's like a right away thing. You can always tell.
Oh, right away. It's very easy to not easy, but if you take the time and you're an active listener, you can figure out who's a good person, who's not, or who cares about what you're saying and who's not. If you've grown up learning and had like experiences, like you mentioned about your coaches, how you kind of realize and it affected you, how you felt that they weren't believing you anymore. I'm sure now that you're older, and this is how I would have felt at least, like now you know how to decipher between someone that believes in you who doesn't.
Right.
You know what I mean?
For
But
sure.
but that was because of years ago when something hit you, like, wow, someone saw me as valuable, and then they
Injury
didn't.
happened.
Yeah, one thing happened, and everything
Yeah.
about you, they saw differently, all because of that.
Yeah.
When that, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's
For sure.
that. I talk about that stuff all the time.
Mhm.
Like, that's so interesting how people do that, especially people that you look up to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, that really is a good question, and I think a question that we should be asking each other more so like our close friend groups is, how can I help you?
Mhm.
How can I help you? I'll say, are you guys consider yourselves like best friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're boys. That's what I got, man.
I would say every now and then, bro, check in with each other, get that mental check-in, of course. But like, I'll say every 6 months or so, bro, like, how can I help you? How can I help you knock out your goals for the next 6 months to a year? Short-term goals, long-term goals. Right. Like, how can I help you? How can I help you maximize your potential, maximize your purpose, all of that? Yeah. Those are important questions I think we should be asking each other.
I agree. Do you feel like just men in general, and you could, just men in general, not no race involved or anything like that. Do you think men, when it comes to like their friends, their best friends, who they call their brothers, that they do that enough? Do you think that way?
I'm not sure. I mean, me and my friend groups, we do. Yeah. We check in, we do our mental check-ins and everything like that. So I can't really speak for other friend groups. Outside of my friend groups, I do have other friends. They don't really check in on me like that. Maybe we're not that close, but but still, I think it's something that's good to do. I still do it with people that's not in that friend group, just to make sure like I'm being a good friend. And I wouldn't say that's like the standard for friends, but it's just like, yo, I'm here for you. I'm a friend. Let me be a friend. Let me be whatever I can be to help you become all that you can be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think we do it a good amount. Me and you, and within the friend group, I think we try to do it. Me personally, I know I'm pretty good with the check-ins. I will call.
You might call too much.
I will
not call too much.
Hey,
I'd rather that.
But
than
I do
not calling.
I do call. I check in on my guy. I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing a check-in. How is everything? But because obviously they're on my mind. You guys be on my mind. Love my guys. So I do my check-ins. I say that. So
yeah.
And our friend group, I try to make sure we all, stay pretty connected and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I do my best. I do my best with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I don't have any more questions.
Yeah, I think we've got. I mean, all right. What's your? Are you single? You have a significant other? What's your?
I am single. Am I ready to mingle? I don't know about that, but I am single. I sometimes be wanting to mingle. Sometimes it's like, yo, I gotta lock in on more important things.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Yeah, I'm single. I'm single.
So wait, what?
I'm single.
So wait, when do you guys think it's a good age to actually lock in? Like as a man, like you said, generally speaking, when do you think is a great age to lock in with a woman?
I would say once you're secure, not only financially but mentally, physically. Physically, spiritually. All of those. Once you have that done, I would say you could be ready. I wouldn't put an age on it. It could be any time, but as long as you're secure in those areas and maturity is a big thing. Then I'll say, go for it if you're ready.
Yeah.
Good. That's good. All right.